Hey y'all, this is LD. Thank you once again for watching the channel. Today I have what I think will be my last unboxing for 2025. What I think. I'm not planning on anything, but you never know what happens. I had told myself, I committed that I am done for the rest of the year. I'm not planning. As a matter of fact, I won't buy any watches for the next month. I won't buy any watches for the rest of the year. I am done for this year. That being said, today I have the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro that I want to unbox. Earlier this year, I got introduced to the Jack Mason micro brand, brand out of Texas, out of Dallas. And I don't know how I got into Jack Mason. I don't know if it was maybe a Teddy video or whatnot, but somehow, someway I got into Jack Mason and I got into the Hydro Timer. And the Hydro Timer is probably my first, and you'll see me talk about the beater Grail watch, which is, it may be a beater for some, it's a Grail for others, but it's a watch that can overlap into that. And if you had to be with one watch, not a go anywhere, do anything, but one watch to where you can have for the rest of your life and you can wear it. That's to me is what a beater Grail is. It's a watch that you wear every day and it'll last to that. If I took the high end of that, it may be like a Vacheron Overseas Everest. If I took the low end of that, it may be a Casio G-Shock, one of the $28 joints on Amazon. And that's knowing that, hey, probably 50% of the world can't even afford that $28 joint, and that is a Grail watch to them. So you keep that in perspective. Just depends on where you're at your journey. With Jack Mason, as a brand, as a community, as a watch, as a timepiece, there were so many things that I've learned along the way, along my journey of watch collecting this year, or I should say, I've collected watches this year, but I don't know if I'm a watch collector just as yet. I'm an enthusiast. You know, on this channel, I don't tell you to buy anything because to me, you know, if you already have a watch, you're good. What I encourage you to do is to learn about what you have, what you may want, and other things so that you can better appreciate maybe what you have. So, ordered this, like I said, Jack Mason. I got the Hydro Timer in May. I ordered the Pursuit Pilot Anniversary Edition, and they decided to launch the Pursuit Pro, which is a field watch, I believe in early October, late September. I think it was early October. And it looked very similar to a pilot's watch, but also like a field watch. And it looked durable, looked tough, it looked everything, lingerie movement, all that good stuff. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and pre-order it. And now finally, it has arrived. And so, and we are going to open this, the packaging. Let's see how this packaging goes. Now, one thing that I do know about Jack Mason's watches are, and there goes my packing slip. Thank you once again for putting the packing slip to where when I open it on camera, it's not just showing all my information out there. I appreciate that. But let's see what we get right here. If you're familiar with Jack Mason watches, try saying that 3 times fast. They come in what looks like a book, but the book comes wrapped this time. And I will say this, there is some substantial weight. I'm not going to throw this away because when this sits on the shelf, and this is what I like. I'm going to throw this out there. This is what I like about the Jack Mason. There's a little bit of dent right there, but this is what I like about the Jack Mason box. The Jack Mason box, not only does it have, but on the side of it, if you put this on a shelf, it looks just like a book, and you can put it right on the shelf. And it is really a good, box, presentation box. A lot better than some. But as we open it, once again, we see the Jack Mason mantra. It comes on there. It's a letter from the founder, from Peter Cho, and it's written in there. I won't go too much into it, but we'll talk about what we get with this. So here's a couple good things. This is one of those things that was different with the last unboxing, and you can look at the Pursuit Pilot unboxing that I have. This one which did not come in my Pursuit Pilot. So I just want to throw this out there. This one comes with a letter of authenticity of the Pursuit Pro, and comes with the 5-year warranty card. It comes with a plus minus tolerance of the seconds per day. It has another card from Peter Cho. And like I said, it has a certificate of authenticity as a genuine Jack Mason. It talks about the movement. It talks about the size. And it talks about the final assembly in the United States of America. 200 meters of water resistance, sapphire crystal, anti-magnetic hardness coating, power reserve of 68 hours. It is a self-winding movement from a La Juperay G101. And it measures at 42 by 47 millimeters. Let's take a look at this watch, the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro. Like I said, this is a different unboxing than I normally do. I'm trying this out, so tell me what I can do better. Tell me if you like this. Oh, by the way, there's a hang tag that you get with this, where they're talking about the final assembly in the USA, designed in Texas, assembled in the USA. You get your Star Texas hang tag, kind of like the Walker Texas Ranger. For those that are into Ricky Bobby, my son's Walker, Texas Ranger. Now I'm about to take this watch out. I am about to take this out, and let's see what it looks like. Ooh! This is the Pursuit Pilot. Oh, sorry. The Pursuit Pro Shadow. Oh my gosh. This is a beautiful, beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful, it's beautiful, man. Look at that. That is a. Now you see a reflection there. I'm going to tell you what that reflection is. That reflection is, I imagine, the. Let me see if I can take this off now. Is the coat in plastic, right? So that's this right here. That's the protection. Now, I'm going to hold this back up. And you see how that is absolutely gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you are looking at the video right now from up top, you will see, and let me go and do this real quick. And I'll tell you why the strata timer or the hydro timer, I'll tell you why the hydro timer is here. Now, if you look at the hydro timer, and I'll throw this out there. This is the Jack Mason hydro timer. I set it to 6 o'clock. And you see there, that is 6 o'clock straight up and down. I set it to 6 o'clock. So if you look at the hydro timer, it is at 6 o'clock. Now, when I look at the Pursuit Pilot at 6 o'clock, you see now that it actually is around 6:07. I found this out after someone in the Jack Mason group posted about their watch not being perfectly aligned. And then I had to go back. I had to go check every watch that I had, because at 9 o'clock, it did not show it. And I never noticed it until somebody pointed out. I knew it was a little off. I didn't know it was that much off. And what I mean by that is that the minutes are good, but the hour hand is off. The hour hand is about 7 minutes out. And I think he had 10 minutes. So if you're familiar with the hydro timer, the movement inside the hydro timer is a Miyota, I believe a 9039. No problem. That thing has been working amazing. The movement in the Pursuit Pilot is the G101. So before we do anything with the Pursuit Pro, and I'm going to tell you this thing feels great in hand. I am going to unscrew, screw down crown. I am going to unscrew, and we will push this to 6 o'clock and see if it is spot on. And judging by this, it is spot on. So at 6 o'clock, it's not a movement thing, it's just an alignment. It's probably something that with Jack Mason, that just probably didn't pass QC. And it's just probably one of those little things. So what I will do with the Pursuit Pilot, I will send the Pursuit Pilot back to Jack Mason under warranty. Like you saw, it had a 5-year warranty. So I'll send it back to Jack Mason under warranty. I will do a whole new series to show you how great or how bad their customer service is, the warranty services, and getting everything else taken care of. Let's get back to the Pursuit Pro. Now, here's where I was with the Pursuit Pro. I was looking for a watch that would be a daily. And when I bought the Pursuit Pro and the Pursuit Pilot, it was like, well, hey, I wanted something that's going to be a birthday gift for me. When Pursuit Pro came out, wasn't expecting it. I was actually looking at getting a Tudor Pelagos, whether it was the FXD or whether it was the Ultra, because I want something that I could bang around every day, travel, have no problem with it. I saw the Pursuit Pro get released, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is a great, great option. As I put the Air King down there to set the time on the Pursuit Pro, I said that was a great option to be able to have just something that was a little bit more rugged. This thing comes on I guess technically you call it a NATO strap. It's a nylon fabric cloth. It has a little pull-through tab going through it on the wrist. Before while I keep on setting it, actually let me set it to this time so that way that it can get running while we're moving around. I have currently at my time, it shows as I set this time, I'm telling you this right now, as I set this time, this movement is super, super smooth. I don't really care about how, I don't want to say accurate, it is spot on right now. And then I'm going to wind it. And after about 13 winds, the needle is coming alive. I was hoping that it was going to come alive a little bit sooner. So as I'm winding it right now, it has just, all right, there we go. Start feeling a little resistance. Okay, so I'm looking at this too. This is, hold on a second. I want to see something else too. Okay, and I don't know, I was wondering if it was about the titanium shell between the Pursuit Pro and the Pursuit Pilot. I don't know if you can hear that. That's the rotor. The rotor on this is kind of loud, where the rotor on this is very, very quiet, just like all my other watches. So there may be another thing too. There may be something that's actually disengaged in this, and that might be the giveaway why it's not linked or why it's not perfectly synced to this. But let's try this on wrist. And so one of the things about this NATO strap, and I tried this over when I saw Jack Mason in Orlando a couple weeks ago. I tried to use this strap, and I know it's one of those things that will get better as I get used to it, to pull this thing through, or the tab through. It's kicking my butt. It's kicking my butt. All right. As we put this down, all right, that's a little tight, just a wee bit tight. There we go. As we put this on my 7 and 3/4 inch wrist, this is the Pursuit Pilot, or I keep on saying Pursuit Pilot. Peter, that's the thing. You got two watches that are very Pursuit Pilot, Pursuit Pro. I apologize. I'm going to do this. I'm going to drop, but this is the Pursuit Pro. I think that looks fairly well on my wrist. I think that looks fairly well. I have a few straps coming in. That's what I said when I did that Black Friday. The NATO straps coming in, and I absolutely had a few of these. Let me move this Air King out of the way. I have a few of these coming in. So let's see, man. That is really nice. Hey, real quick, let's see what the Lume Lume looks like on this. Now, as always, I am not going to turn off the lights because I am too lazy. But we can see the reflection of the Lume, and it looks like it's all one color. It's all in a blue. I believe it's a Supernova X2, maybe. Come on, can you correct me if I'm wrong. This is gorgeous. And right now it's blue, but guess what? It's actually, you see, that is a pretty good Lume. Let me take this off real quick so I can show you guys in the front camera as I charge the Lume up. And tell me this. You can see the Lume. With all the light in the studio, you can see the Lume. That tells you how great this Lume is. Man, great. Now, let me take off this back sticker. Yes, I take off the back stickers off of it because, contrary to popular belief, I do not sell watches around here. I do have watches for sale, but I don't sell watches. Do I have any watches for sale? I don't know. Established 2015. And once again, to kind of give you a view of what the Jack Masons look like. And here's a cool thing about the Jack Mason case backs. The cool thing about the Jack Mason case backs is really, in my opinion, is the use of quick release spring bars, first of all. And they have this is kind of one of those things to where when I sit back and I tell you guys that to do this, I mean, it may be something small. It may be something pretty much minor. But to do this on your 4-screw case back, but to do something like that, that's that next step in finishing. I mean, this is things like the larger crown. Like, these are things. If you look at that, you see the difference of a crown. Let's see. Look at this. There goes the difference of a crown of design of something that evolves every time. And this is the cool thing about Jack Mason, what I've learned. And like I said, this is not sponsored. This is not given. I've actually had to buy. I've been trying to talk Peter into doing some stuff for me, but he won't hear me out. So I'm not big enough for that guy or any other guys. So I have to actually go do what I tell people to do. Buy what you like. I like this. I'm gonna be real with you. This pull, maybe this is what makes it easier. Okay, pull it through. So I got big hands. That's the problem, is I can't put my hand through without it having. And this is me being real. This is me being absolutely 100% legit with you guys, that this thing would be kicking my butt. And come on, who do you work for, number 2? There you go. This thing would be kicking my butt. And this is one of the reasons why I will be getting a NATO or putting this on leather, because I need this to actually, there we go. Like, once it's on, and I think it's because it's brand new. I think it's because it's brand new that it needs a little bit more give and it wears in. But once it's on, And I do like, so, okay, here it goes. Hey guys, it's LD from the future. Well, actually, it's the present my time. And I'm in the process of editing this video. It's already long enough as it is. But I had to take the time just to let you guys know that I know that it's not a NATO strap. I know that it's a nylon pass-through strap. I don't know why I kept on saying NATO strap. It just kept on going. For those, just so that you know that I know, and as much as the trash as I talked, since actually shooting this video, I've actually gotten a NATO strap from Strap Habit and from what's the company called Crown and Buckle, right? So I got two NATO straps. I have one on the where I wear it on the wrist outside, and I have one where I wear it on the wrist underneath. And so I do understand the difference between the NATO straps and regular single pass or pass through strap. And so I do understand the difference between those. I just needed to make that known just so that you guys don't roast me in the comments. But now back to the video. First off, I'm going to tell you exactly what I don't like myself. I've always hated NATO straps. I'm the guy. So I apologize. I love leather straps. I love suede straps. I love all the straps. I love two-piece straps. I can get along with nylon straps, but I always hated NATO straps because NATO straps added so much bulk and they just looked unkempt for me. Now, one thing I do say about NATO straps that I do like, especially the double pass through NATO straps, is that like if the spring bar comes off in either lug or on the buckle, it still can be held together and you don't lose your watch. That's the great thing about NATO straps. But 9 times out of 10, most people wear their NATO strap and the loop over is on this side. So it just adds a lot of extra bulk, right? It just adds a lot of extra bulk to that side right there. I do like that the bulk is on the bottom of the wrist. I do like that because then when I'm sitting there and typing or whatever, it's just a much nicer. And I've been looking at some NATO strap videos, and that was one of the things that I noticed in the NATO strap videos is instead of move the watch down a little bit and then have it turn it around pretty much, and then have the tab just like a deployant come towards you, and it makes it a little bit better. So the second thing I don't like, so I said that the strap is the first thing. The second thing I don't like about it, initial impression is the name. I know it's a Pursuit Pro. I got a Pursuit Pilot. There's no Pursuit Amateur, and there's no Pursuit Driver, at least not yet. The PP, the Pursuit Pro, not to be confused with Pursuit Pilot, it's a Pursuit family. So the Pursuit Pro is there. I mean, I'm gonna give you. So since I can't, now I'm nitpicking, and I ain't gonna try to look for something. Maybe after a couple of weeks, I will maybe find a third thing that I don't like. But for now, I will swap out the third thing I don't like for 4 things I do like about this. Now, first thing off visually, the shadow is absolute. This is an absolute gorgeous watch. I actually like the look of it. And that this is just an amazing looking, good looking watch. And it's just amazing to where, in my opinion, while it's not that much difference, there's enough nuances between the Pursuit Pilot and the Pursuit Pro to where you can tell that it's family, but the hands are just slightly different. The pointer, the second, with the arrow second, and it's an orange arrow. That little nuance is great. Instead of having a faux Tina, having a white indices, that little nuance is great. The bezel, I mean, just looking at that right there, side by side, it is just one of those things to where, man, like, how do you come from this to this and then still make this look like 2 watches that you definitely want to have in your collection? Even the size of the numbers, you put them side by side. The second thing I like about this is the actual crown. I do like the larger crown. It just feels better when I was winding it, when I was adjusting it. The larger crown, the countdown bezel is a third thing. So can I go 5? It's my show. I can go 5. Fourth thing, so I said the countdown bezel. The fourth thing I like about it is the lume. Once again, another gratuitous lume shot. The lume in this, and maybe this can all be considered design. The lume in this, having the pro, and that was another thing too, because I think, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to do a lume shot side by side, mostly because just to show you the difference between the two looms of these actual watches. That wasn't cool, right? Side by side. And for my OCD, I want to clear up the dial a little bit. The fourth and fifth thing that I like to say, that was the thing that was the fourth. And the fifth thing I like about it, which was one of the things, is this strap. I do like the fact that the nylon strap puts the bulk towards the bottom. That's pretty cool. We'll see what this goes on to now. I have 4 levels when it comes to watches. First level, this is the top level. This is the beater Grail. Beater to some, Grail to others. It is a watch that is worthy that you can wear pretty much every day for the rest of your life, and you would look at it, you would enjoy it, and it does the job, it does the function, and you have nothing to worry about it. Second, I have exceptional value. These are watches that punch well above their price point. They bring so much value to the conversation. Think something like a Tudor FXD or a Pelagos Ultra or a Mito Ocean Star or even a Belova Marine Star. Something that punches so much above its weight that you're like, it costs how much? That's it? That's exceptional value. Next, I have the competitive category. And the competitive category is something that is, I'm not going to say meh, but it's par for the course. That's what I expect. If I drop $2,000, that's what I expect. If I drop $500, that's what I expect. If I drop $5,000, that's what I expect. It's par for the course. It's competitive. And I throw those prices out there because I can show you a $15,000 watch that is par for the course. That's what I expect. And then you have, at the end, because I like to keep this positive, if you like it, I like it. If you like it, I like that you like it. I love that you like it. All right? I don't want to yuck your yum. I love that you like it. It may not be for me, but as long as it's for you, that's all that really matters. So when out of those 4, where do I put the Pursuit Pro? Is it, hey, I like that you like it? Obviously not. This is a watch that I would, oh, that's right, I did get it. This is a watch that I would definitely get again. So, since it's a watch that I definitely get again, is it competitive, par for the course? Obviously not. Because this comes in another colorway. That means that it's either high value or it's a beater Grail. And I would venture to say I would get this in the green, in the Hunter, I think it's called, the Hunter. This is a shout out against Hunter. This is good enough that I would actually get this in the Hunter and get this in and keep the shadow. So I will say this is an official beater Grail rated watch. This is a beater Grail status. This gets beater Grail status. If you made it this far, I do ask one thing. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe. And if you have found your beater Grail already, that one watch that you know what? This watch is never leaving my collection. This watch will always be in my collection. I can wear this every day. It's there to do the work. I can cut grass with it. I can go, to work with it. If you found that watch, drop a watch emoji at the bottom, right? If you found that watch. With that, like always, like a fat kid in dodgeball,